Hey, what's up? So out here trying to get some photos. It is currently snowing. It is still snowing, but that's what we have to do sometimes. So hopefully I can get some shots. I was having some trouble with the RB67, and I think that has to do with the oil in it, I think. I don't know, I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, the shutter wouldn't fire. I had a composition in another neighborhood, and yeah, the camera wouldn't fire. So now I have my car running in the background, warming up the camera. Hopefully I can get a pretty cool shot of this cool dock. So I think I figured out what the problem was with the RZ67, or the RB67, sorry. I thought it was maybe just too cold, maybe the oil in it or the lubrication that made the mechanical camera grate was frozen up. But I think that I just didn't rotate the back the whole way, which obviously would not allow the shutter to fire. So I'm gonna get back out there. Hopefully I can get some shots before I run out of gas too. So let's try. There's a couple compositions around this area that I wanna get. I wanna try to hurry. So I went to do the first shot, and I guess the dark side wasn't in the camera all the way, which means that my shutter fired, which means that my first shot was a blank. So, you love it. Don't you just love film photography? This is a really cool shot. There's like a little boat in the background. We'll see if we can't get something out of it. So despite the setbacks, we are now entering our third composition. We're now framing up our third composition. It is still very cold, and that's all I really got to say about that. It's freezing out. I have gloves, but they're just so cumbersome to work with. We got this cool little dumpster scene back here that I think can make for a cool shot. So I'm gonna see what the readings are, and I'm gonna see if I walk away or something. It is so cold outside. Face is red. First shot was a waste. And I'm almost out of gas. Not completely, but almost. There's another, I have a couple other places in mind. I have another spot, like an old bowling alley, that I think would be pretty cool with some snow and a few other things. Apologize for all the sniffling that is happening right now, and for the hand in frame. All the water keeps getting on the ground glass? Is it a ground glass on a medium format camera? I'm not sure. Water keeps getting on this, and it makes it very hard for me to focus on what it is that I'm doing. So I'm gonna just do a quick wipe down of everything. Make sure it's all good. Give this a quick wipe down. All up in here. The amount of times that I've taken this thing on and off today, it's kind of ridiculous. About halfway through the roll of I'm shooting Portrait 400 at box speed. Gonna go to a new location, gonna get some gas, and then hopefully try to find enough to polish off this roll. I don't think I'm shooting a second roll. I think I'm gonna call it quits after this first one's done. Got the bowling alley. We're gonna see if we can't get a couple shots, and hopefully asks what we're doing. There's definitely a cool composition in the making. I'm gonna try to be quick, so talk to you in a minute. Man, it is so cold outside. Tow trucks or plow trucks are trying to do their job behind me. Just being you know, a classic photographer, kind of doing whatever it is that I want to do. It's all right. It's so windy out, and I'm really hoping that it either really makes the photo pop more or it doesn't affect it in the slightest. Either one of those outcomes is probably what I'm aiming for. So I just photographed this house. I always feel weird about photographing houses. Pulled up to near the location of the last composition that I'm going to be dealing for this role. Hopefully, again, I don't run into any issues. All right, just did the last composition. Still upset that I kind of wasted the first shot, but it happens when you're not careful, when you're not double checking, especially with a camera like the RB67 that does have a dark slide. There's a lot of ways that you can misfire on this camera. I've done it a couple of times. I think my first or second roll, I misfired 2 shots. Ooh. Almost forgot to wind up the film before I opened up the container, which I have also done when I was out photographing in Seaside. Another cold morning. These things tend to happen when it's cold on the outside. I just wasn't paying attention, didn't wind up the film at the end, and just completely opened up the back. And it's a scary feeling when you open up the back of your camera and you just see film, and you're just like, oh no. There was obviously light leak, but surprisingly, it was only on like 1 frame that I think actually had any sort of leak issue. The other ones were okay, which I was very thankful for. Oh man, that's how I felt while shooting this whole roll. I really do love photography because I really cannot stand the cold. So for something to get me out into the cold must be impressive. That's pretty much it though. I just wanted to come out and shoot this roll. I thought I would actually make a little video. Everyone seems to be doing it nowadays, so why not jump on that bandwagon while it's still in the station, you know what I mean? Gotta get that clout somehow. The shots turned out good. If not, then this video will never see the light of day. If so, this video may still never see the light of day. But if anyone watched this, wow, thank you so much. Anyway,